So it's like, well, why does this? So in Star Wars, there's one thing that, in my opinion, why people watch. Definition of evil redefined and converted into power. That's why as in my personal account, I watch Star Wars. So how do I not want uh, no power? This is a very serious question. Well, in terms of, well, yes, there can be this Chancellor Palpatine favoritism, so to speak. However, actually, it's not. I'm looking at subject as in my field of, say, research. In terms of art, to be honest, because, well, if you look at human history, well, just play Civilization. I think 4 plus, though they don't play 5 in general. Should be good. Well, regardless of how victorious you are, how well this grand thing you are, you do not reach what is portrayed, not narrated, in terms of, well, Chancellor Palpatine. Well, so, and well, so that is, well, how did he reach that height? Well, that's probably a Sith secret, so you're not allowed. Also, if you were allowed, you'd probably suffer heavily. Well, however, I mean, it's not possible to define with human history. It's known also, not, yeah, known human history does not define power in its entirety, and Star Wars is an well, statement to that. It's like you don't know anything. Yeah, it's like your billion-dollar Senate building fails in comparison to just this Palpatine victory speech area. I'm terribly sorry, your species failure. This is Sith mindset. However, well, uh, when you try to understand, no, you're still in Sith mindset. That's all I can say. Well, how you use it? If you try to define and then, well, go with, well, less harmful route and then not make it dogma, well, you can prefer Jedi interpretation as in, well, this field of progress in terms of learning about Force. Well, yes, Force can be learned, in as far as I can think of. Well, then, see, however, when you try to exercise what you learned, well, technically you are not a Jedi. Regardless of your status, unless you're an approved master, as in, I think council has to approve in its entirety. I have no idea. I read that back in the day. If one council member says, no, we don't want prospect as an candidate as a master, then no, rejected. And then, well, status is Knight Plus. I mean, I have no idea, to be honest. Well, when you try to exercise what you learn, then you're not a Jedi. You are not discarded. Well, please leave. Don't you don't hear that. However, you have to leave. Is in general your well answer from Jedi Council. as far as I can think of. Well, however, as Sith, you can choose this no harm route. It's like, well, try to play any Star Wars game, read Star Wars novel, as in, yeah, what you see is, well, it's pain and suffering, as Master Yoda said, and yes, you can call Yoda Master because, well, Darth Sidious address him as Master. So this does not mean that it is accepted by, yeah. Also, this does not mean whether you say it or not, doesn't change anything. So, yeah. So it's like that. Well, it's like you're in a research facility, so you want to go this, well, explanation route, and then, well, you have your methodology set as in terms of your preference. Yeah. Well, by definition, you are a Sith. And then, well, you can basically have, I don't know, what can I say? Well, it's like, what are we going to talk about? Latest TV series episode that did not air for past 10 years. Yeah, sure. Football match that we never ever watch. Yeah. Singer that died 20 years ago, however, we didn't know her true name ever. What the f... Are we going to talk about these? It's like, uh, waiting for Rick and Morty season 9 is like a job in its own. It's like, what do we do? We have no idea. Do we wait for a year? Probably more than 1 year. Yeah. It's like that. So it's alright. There are paths, there are method. However, in my opinion, well, to be honest, Jedi, as in general, have every single right to be cautious about, well, how this Sith kind will act, regardless of their intent or way of their, well, interest. That's all I can say. Well, in my case, probably, well, yeah, personal things. Terribly sorry. Yeah. It's not about Palpatine.